All right, so I get asked all the time, Carl, what scope do you recommend I get? Do you like this brand versus this brand? Do I need this magnification? Do I need this? Honestly, you need to get optics that match your mission. Everybody's particular situation is different. If all you're doing is home defense, very, very close in ranges, then a simple aim point or EOTech, like in this case, red dot sight is fine. Zero magnification, very little parallax. Basically, wherever you put that red dot, that's where you're gonna hit. All right? Great capability. However, it doesn't have the magnification that are needed for some missions. Now, let's say you have a mission where your situation says, okay, I can get by with a red dot, but I also need, on occasion, I need some magnification. That case, I would recommend that you would go with a variable power scope. In this case, this one's made by Horus Vision. I can dial it from 1 power. So basically, I'm looking through the same as that EOTech or that aim point, single red dot, but I can also dial it all the way up to 7 power magnification, right? Gives me the magnification needed. All right, now you notice I did not say it goes all the way down to 3 power or 2 power. For AR, for close in, you want to maintain that capability of being able to go all the way down to a true 1 power scope, right? 1 power magnification. If it doesn't do that, that's probably not the right scope for you. Somebody trying to set up an AR, I recommend that they go straight to a 1 power, all right? Then they can come up from there, all right? All right, let's say you're running that red dot, but once in a great while you need magnification. Behind this particular EOTech here, this is a 3x magnifier. All right, so while I'm looking through that red dot, I'm good. Then for the long range shots, all I do is I flip that 3x magnifier over behind it, and now I'm looking through this 3x magnifier, then through my zeroed optic. What this does is, even though I've added 3x magnification, I have not changed the zero of the weapon. This weapon is still zeroed. I've not changed anything at all. Where if I had taken this off and put another scope on with more magnification, I potentially would have lost the zero. Good capability, however, it's still very limited. It's either 1x or it's 3x. There's no variable in between. So I kind of tend to lean towards one that has variable power, 1x through either 5 to 7. One of my personal favorites is this particular one is made by Swarovski. Right? It is a true, basically 1 to 6 power. So magnification-wise, it's not as strong as some of the other ones out there. However, what I really like about this scope is the illuminated reticle. Now, there's a lot of scopes that have an illuminated reticle. What I really like about the Swarovski is it has a 2-position. Now, I can set it to the left and then change brightness, either dimmer or brighter. All right, go back to center is off, and then I can go back to the right and I can set brighter or dimmer. So it allows me to save 2 set things. So what does that matter, Carl? Where that matters is I come off the Humvee, I'm heading to the building, I'm outside, it's a bright day, it's very, very bright outside. I need that red dot in this scope to be very, very bright. Now, as I go through that initial breach point on the building and I'm in a dimly lit building, that bright dot would be too bright. It would overwhelm my field of view. I wouldn't be able to see anything through the scope. I reach up my finger, flip it to the right. Now I've already preset it to a very dim setting to where now it works perfect inside the shoot house. Now there are some drawbacks to this scope. It's a second focal plane. In other words, when I change magnification, the mill reticle in it does not maintain the same mill relation to what the target has, where the Horus Visions are first focal plane and the crosshairs will maintain same ratio aspect as the target to the front. One drawback, but other than that, I think this is an awesome scope. Now, high-powered variable scopes. If you're running a larger caliber AR, in particular this one here is a JP Enterprise 308. You'll notice I have a larger variable power scope on it. It's great, it allows you to reach out. You know, the 118 LR doesn't start running out of gas to 700-800 meters. This scope allows you to easily reach out to there and identify friend or foe even at those distances. However, close in, I can't dial this scope down to a true 1 power. I'm gonna have to fall back on the iron sights. All right, so that's basically it. You wanna pick the optic that matches your mission.